And this is now just into our newsroom. Donald Trump's campaign manager has been arrested and charged. Corey Lewandowski is being charged with misdemeanor battery of a former Breitbart reporter, Michelle Fields. If you look closely, you can actually see. We will have the tape for you in just a bit. It is concerning an incident that happened at a March 8th press conference at Trump National Golf Club. Michelle Fields alleges that Lewandowski grabbed her arm. She would later tweet what she said were bruises that resulted as a part of that confrontation. Lewandowski, in that same news cycle, tweeted that he had, in fact, never met Michelle Fields. But now, again, he has been charged with misdemeanor battery. The Trump campaign has responded as well, in part saying Mr. Lewandowski is absolutely innocent of this charge. He will enter a plea of not guilty and looks forward to his day in court. He is completely confident that he will be exonerated. We can tell you that Corey Lewandowski turned himself into Jupiter, Florida police just after 8 a.m. this morning. Joining us now, CBS News Chief White House Correspondent Major Garrett, who was in fact at this press conference in question March 8th. And if you can just take us back, Major, to what exactly is alleged to have happened that night.
So Michelle Fields was approaching Donald Trump after he left the podium. He was making his way to the back of the ballroom at Trump National Golf Club. I was awaiting Trump farther down toward the very, very rear of the ballroom. Trump was walking past the media riser where many of the television cameras were positioned and still photographers were positioned. And as the video just released by the Jupiter, Florida Police Department shows, Michelle Fields was approaching Trump from his right side, and Lewandowski, Corey Lewandowski, the campaign manager, reaches out and pulls her back away from Trump and puts himself in between her and Trump as Trump is walking toward the door. I did not witness this at all. I was a good deal deeper into the back of the ballroom and caught Donald Trump moments later for an impromptu interview that we've shown many times on CBSN and CBS Evening News and CBS This Morning. Ben Terrace, a former colleague of mine at National Journal, an excellent reporter. You can see it in the video. He works for the Washington Post standing right next to Michelle Fields. He was an eyewitness who, from the very moment this controversy erupted, supported Michelle Fields' contention that she was grabbed by Corey Lewandowski in a semi-violent and unexpected and unwelcome way. The Jupiter Police Department has been investigating this for a good long while, and after reviewing this video evidence, has charged, as you said, Josh, Corey Lewandowski with misdemeanor battery in this case. If you look at the video, it doesn't look to be particularly violent, but it is a physical interaction, and it's an unwelcome one. And apparently under the statute, the Jupiter Police Department believes it is worth filing a charge for. Lewandowski submitted himself for arrest this morning in Jupiter, and as you also indicated, Donald Trump in a statement says he believes Lewandowski will be exonerated of all this, but this does, for the first time with video evidence, clarify exactly what happened, what transpired, and how serious the authorities take it.
Major, we're seeing the pictures of the bruises Michelle Fields alleged to have resulted from this confrontation. It was a tweet she sent 2 days following the date of the alleged confrontation itself, March 8th. Lewandowski would then respond to Fields' tweet, and I'm going to quote it, saying, "You are totally delusional. I never touched you. As a matter of fact, I have never even met you." End quote. Again, that would suggest, you mentioned that it, while not being particularly violent in nature, it was, however, an unwanted physical contact that was made by Lewandowski here. It would seem that in that vacuum, if you will, that there is no question as to the fact that physical contact was made.
Absolutely, and the video evidence now is clear. And what you see in the video is a sort of overhead look, looking down on the whole scene near the press riser. You can see Trump clearly. You can see Corey Lewandowski clearly. You can see Michelle Fields clearly. You can see it all happen. So allegations of someone being delusional no longer carry any weight factually whatsoever. It happened. It's on video. It is verified. And it is now subject to a legal proceeding. So whatever Lewandowski's Twitter defense was, he will have to come up with a new one in terms of dealing with this as a legal matter, because the evidence, video evidence is now fundamentally clear that there was an unwanted physical interaction. He was involved. He touched Michelle Fields, and now it's a matter for the authorities.
In the days following the alleged interaction, meanwhile, Major, this incident did become politicized to a degree. Fields would, in fact, resign from Breitbart for what she said the news network's refusal to stand by her amid the allegations and her reasons for leaving, as we are now seeing an overhead view of the confrontation in question. And again, you can see Lewandowski reaching out with his left hand and, again, perhaps making contact with the left forearm of Fields. Her resignation was then followed by her now former colleague, Ben Shapiro, who also resigned, and he did so as a show of support in part to Fields, saying that Breitbart had abandoned Fields in order to protect Trump's bully campaign manager. Politicizing then, but what impact perhaps now, Major, with news of Lewandowski's being charged with battery?
So I think the impact is twofold. One, you had an allegation and a Trump campaign response. The allegation has now been verified. The Trump refutation or attempted refutation of that allegation has now been disproved. So you have a social media clash of stories. One has been verified, one has been debunked. The debunked story belongs to the Trump campaign and Trump's campaign manager. Those are now